Welcome to this stunning executive ranch located in the heart of Central Texas. This magnificent property offers a unique combination of luxury, natural beauty, and abundant wildlife. This is sure to impress even the most discerning buyer. As we take a closer look at this incredible ranch, we're going to be joined by the owner himself, who will be giving us a personal tour of the property. He'll be sharing with us how he transformed this once diamond in the rough into a magical retreat that's perfect for anyone looking to escape the hustle and bustle of city life. This magnificent lodge has over 10,000 square feet of entertaining space, which makes it a perfect venue for large gatherings or family events. And with incredible hunting and fishing opportunities, including deer, turkey, bass, and catfish, there's something here for every sportsman. In addition to the lodge, the property features 10 fully furnished guest cabins that are powered by solar energy. This provides a comfortable and eco-friendly retreat for overnight guests. For all you guys and girls out there that love outdoor living, you're gonna love this huge workshop. You've got plenty of space to store all your toys, all your equipment, covered parking. There's even extra additional RV parking. And for those looking to rent a working ranch, the cattle working pens provide the perfect space to tend to livestock. So come join us while we take a personal tour of this beautiful executive ranch and find out why it's truly one of a kind. Bo, thank you so much for meeting us out here. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Always enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out. I know you've been out a few times, but thanks for coming out now and kind of seeing where we are.
I can't wait to see all the changes you've done since you bought this place.
It's been, it's been 6 years now. There's been a lot of them. We haven't stayed too static. It's been pretty busy. So let's take a look.
All right, I can't wait. Well, Bo, this is where it all started.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think. This is probably the structure that looks the most similar to what it did.
Yeah.
But even it's still different. Like we poured the apron here, and I mean, it was nothing, right? It was just a dirt floor. I guess the guys who were using this to hunt on had like an old fridge to store feed in.
Yeah, and they had all their ammo in another fridge, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I had to get those fridges out of there.
Yeah.
And we would keep the mules in here, so I was driving them back and forth at first. Some of us got brave enough to go into the creepy barn, and we got it all cleaned out, and it was kind of home base, no power. It was just...
Yeah, and then there was that old RV right over there by the well house.
Yeah,
it was just an old thing. That's where you guys would come and hang out.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, we would just sit out here, and we came out a lot. We just run out for the evening, drive around the place, kind of circle the place a couple times, and then make sausage wraps or something super easy that the kids would eat. I
remember too how you met the fire department.
Oh yeah.
Jenny was out there on the mower, right?
My wife knocked over a power pole that set fire to the whole field.
And you met the Turnersville Fire Department.
Yeah, that's right. And she was too embarrassed to call. I'm like, no. This is not something we try to do on our own. We've got to call the fire department.
That was so funny.
But in all honesty, there was that, and then I was burning just some brush, and I'd started this fire. I was like, oh, this is pretty self-contained. I went down to the river, and I heard fire trucks. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. It came up here, and the field was it was spreading, and it had gone across the road. I'm like, uh-oh.
Was that the second visit?
I think so. So I might have, and I was like, I might be needing to pay more attention to this. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think of. This was the only kind of structure here, and then now all the stuff that we have on here.
Now you got all these, I noticed you got how many chickens you got over here?
Like 5 or 6 chickens.
Yeah, you getting eggs?
Oh yeah, every day. We got eggs every day from those chickens.
How many years ago did you buy this place?
So February 2017, you sold us this place way back when. I mean, there was nothing on here. There's that old barn in front that didn't even have a floor.
Yeah, it was rough.
But it was awesome. You could see if you kind of have an eyeball for something, you can see there still were a lot of hardwoods in there, and there are a lot of hardwoods on here too. I mean, the river access is unbelievable, right? I mean, you got like, it's like 1,600 feet, I think, something like that on the river access. And the elevation change was the thing that really like got me. Got all these elevation changes and all this kind of different terrain and these ravines. So, you know, a place where you could potentially have some living space and a really great view and something pretty. You got a lot of place for like wildlife or places to just walk around and get into trouble with your kids. And, you know, that was the thing that was really attractive to me, is just, all that different terrain, all that different elevation change, and it's, you know, really close to a lot of major thoroughfares. You know? I mean, we're close to Waco, we're close to Temple.
Yeah, I remember, in fact, we've got pictures of the girls when they were little fishing down here and everything.
That was, the original vision is like, let's have a great time together, have something where we could really do something that's constructive, do a lot of different things. You know, we can hunt together, or fishing, or even just driving around. But what's even, you know, the most special about those times with the kids is not so much what did we shoot or what did we catch, but it's that we just get to sit together and hang out and interact.
What's some of your good stories with the girls when you took them hunting?
I remember the first time I took the two of them, I brought them down and we were pig hunting first thing in the morning. They loved it. Or swimming in the river, you know? I mean, so many times we've done that. I can remember just coming down here and playing in the mud and swimming in the river with our friends.
What I really love about this place, it's not huge. It's only 214 acres, but it's diverse. So you've got this river, you've got the elevation changes, you've got the rock, there's the caves. It's just got a little bit of everything.
You can do a lot of different exploring, and you've got all those different terrains that just give you a lot of opportunity to do a lot of fun stuff. I love it.
Okay, I want to ask you something, because I know when you bought this ranch, you weren't a cow guy. Tell us about how you got into that journey.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, like I didn't have any specific intentions of getting into cattle. You know, honestly, the thing that I kind of got into is like my kids said, "Dad, can we get a cow?" I'm like, "Oh, maybe." So I snuck them out of school one day and took them over to the sale barn.
How fun.
So we just sat in there, you know, and ended up buying like 4 or 5 cows. I had no idea what we were doing. They brought them out here, one for each kid, and then a longhorn for me. It's been a really good hobby. It's been good. Something for the kids to do too. But yeah, I mean, that's been a lot of fun, and it's nice to have a place to do that. You know, we've made some improvements too, like with the house, the cabins, the barn. I mean, there was nothing out here.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it was. I remember that barn. Initially, you were just going to build a little barn-dough, and then that little barn was going to be your man cave, and it grew from there, didn't it?
It kind of got out of hand. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but you know, we made a lot of improvements for quality of life type improvements, because just wanted to have a good time.
And I know you've had there's soccer parties out here, and
oh yeah, we've had parties for the kids events, and we were doing weddings for a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been nice. I think there's some people that will have hopefully some really fond memories of this.
So when you started building that barn dough, I think you said, oh, maybe 2,500 square feet, but how much, what did you say, a half acre of concrete is the slab?
Concrete, yeah, including all the porches, and yeah, it's crazy. The more and more we kept clearing trees, we found just this great view out that shop end, and we're like, oh gosh, I can't use this view to just be a shop. So we ended up extending the building, and then at the same time we said, oh, we need that entertaining space to be bigger. Kind of hoping for like 2,500, 3,000 square feet, and I think we're at like 12,000, 11 to 12,000, right around there.
Yeah, it's incredible what you've done.
Oh, thank you.
So this river part, like I said, this is about 1,600 square feet. And I see you've got a couple deer stands out here.
Yeah, we got a deer stand. We do some feeding. I mean, half the time, that's where we've hunted like our pigs from, or we've coyote hunted, we've deer hunted from there. There's a lot of stuff that comes in. Last time I was in there with the girls, we were in that stand deer hunting, and I heard a gobble, and it's like, oh, I didn't bring a turkey.
You weren't
call.
coming for turkey, or
I wasn't coming for turkey. So I was like, oh, I said, Emma, I don't have the turkey calls. Like, you know what? Let's look up on YouTube. So I looked up turkey calling on YouTube, and I stuck the phone out the window, and 30 of them came
No
out.
kidding.
Oh, it was crazy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we get these turkey herds out here. There's 2 or 3 times a year that these big groups of turkey come in.
Yeah, and I know you've spent a lot of time with what you've done with the improvements up top, but did you envision this like a park-like setting, like even another venue eventually, you know, that somebody could do if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's great, and there's lots of opportunity for that, or even just a little pavilion when you can come and hang out. I mean, we've done that some, where we come out and hang out by the river, like I said, and go swimming or fishing. And
There's so many things you could do with this place still, in addition to what you've already done.
We probably cleared of the like 215 acres or whatever, I don't know, like 40, 50 maybe?
Yeah, I would say about that.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think there's still some like cool trails you could cut through.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I mean, there's parts of the property that you can only get to by foot, and it'd be cool to, you know, we've kind of started working on some pathways for those, but there's still a lot of neat, to your point, nooks and crannies and just all kinds of different things. These great ravines, these caves, you know, pretty pastures.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just got so much different things on it.
Yep.
It's just packed with really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You have already spent so much money improving this, but like here's another project, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got this cave, and then you've got all those, if you cleaned all those out, I know there'd be like, God, you'd have another huge water source that would run through here.
There's a lot of, I mean, there are a lot of really neat places to come that, you could work nonstop. You know, it's funny, some of the folks that were working on the big house, a couple of them are really big into arrowheads and stuff. And came down here and found these arrowheads.
Did they?
Here or in the river.
Apparently
this is a big Indian pass-through.
So like, gosh, you've got like everything out here. You've got chickens, you've got cows, and then tell me about what was the vision on these solar panels.
I was just worried about cost being, you know, super high in terms of heating and cooling, just like electrical costs. So maybe I ought to look at solar and see, you know, just understand kind of what the cost.
Yeah, that is 10,000 square feet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a lot. And it's 32 feet tall in the center. So think about trying to heat and cool, you know, this huge building like that. It doesn't cover everything, but it's during the summer, I will still get a bill. And during the winter, some I'll still get a bill, either when there's really high usage or there's not as much sunlight. But a lot of times it's covering basically the electric cost.
Oh, that's amazing.
So what we did is we did the solar here, but it's actually tied back into the meter, right? So it's not battery backup. If you ever need electricity and the solar isn't producing enough to support what you need, it just pulls it off the grid. But if you're overproducing, it'll put it back into the grid. I've been really pleased with it. There's like a 25-year warranty on this stuff, so.
Good deal.
It's not, they're very durable, they're covered. I mean, it's just not, it's really, really like low to no maintenance and no hassle.
So Bo, this is where all the parties happen, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we definitely try to use it for that. You know, it's a great space. This is one of those things, again, that evolved to, it's going to be about half the size that it is now, but we wanted to just have more space so we could have more friends over, things like that. You know, actually even like some of the balcony, we had planned this little balcony, but not this one that you're seeing that leads to the spiral staircase. But we had originally planned that spiral staircase to be here in the corner, but I was really worried about it just kind of consuming too much of that. So I've got an ingenious engineer buddy who actually did all the custom metalwork here himself. And I was like, I need you to figure out A, how to build a spiral staircase, and B, I need you to give me a balcony out to it. And he figured out how to do it and tie it into the metal that exists, and then made that himself by hand.
Really?
They did the pipe fence, they did like the pens that we use for the animals. He built the spiral staircase, he built the other staircase down there. I mean, he's just...
It's incredible.
But yeah, there are some real challenges in here. You know, we again made some minor modifications. These large kind of glass windows are actually accordion doors, so you can open them all up. I really love that kind of indoor-outdoor feel. You know, I want to have a place where people can, where you feel like you've got a lot of space, you can kind of move freely.
And then you've got all that covered seating area that just extends right into it.
Yeah, I mean, those are it's 20-foot porches out there, so we got them on both sides, so you got another 40 feet of porch. It just kind of opens up the building. And now that big garage
monstrosity.
Figuring out, there was only one company we could find that kind of felt comfortable about how to lift up such a heavy door. But they did. They figured it out, and it's fantastic.
It's really incredible.
It's really neat to open up those big sliding barn doors and open up that front door and get to really kind of open up the space a little bit.
Bo, I think you could drive a semi through that front door.
So I had driven my wheel loader when I was loading tile up, you know, before we put this tile down, we were trying to get the tile upstairs. And so I literally drove my wheel loader and lifted it over to get, a couple thousand pounds of tile upstairs. No, this has been a great space to use. We've been too cold. We've been able to play cornhole in here, or just have big parties. Again, we had weddings that have had some events out here. It has been a nice, fun space, a big space. My kids have had birthday parties out here where they're having a dance party in the middle of this. So it's been really wonderful.
I can't believe how amazingly gorgeous this house is. I mean, I can believe it, but it's pretty incredible.
I appreciate it. It took a lot longer. It's a lot bigger. There's a lot more stuff to it than I could ever imagine, And there was some definitely modifications that we made on the way that I think all ended up for the best. It was going to be that party area up front, this living space here in the middle, and then from kind of where we're sitting to the back is 50 feet. This was actually going to be the barn, it's going to be like a real barn dough, right? Where there's entertaining space, living space, and shop space. But then, that view, when we cleared out, that was just solid cedars, and we came and cleared it off. We're like, holy cow.
It's amazing, the view.
It's like, I think I was telling you before, like, I don't know that anybody in the county knew that this existed.
I don't think they did.
Here, at this angle, at this elevation, with just all this around. It's beautiful all the way around. And so we cleared that out. It's like, well, dadgum.
This is the spot.
Yeah, can we blow that kind of view on a shop? So we said, now let's figure out how to make it part of the living space.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of big and open, is just that it was going to be the shop. And so we didn't have a lot of changes that we had to make here.
Yeah.
And we moved the staircase. The staircase was going to be in the middle of the living space.
Right.
We had a little bit more room to get it out here. Yeah, in that space. But and then the windows, obviously. But it was already sheeted for the barn. And there was a little cutout where the garage door was going to be. And so I had to call our friend Bo Mayberry, who does the metal buildings, and say I think we need to course correct just a little bit, buddy. So, but I think it turned out. I think it absolutely was the right decision.
Yeah, I agree.
The size, if this is what somebody's looking for, I think the size of venue, and I think what we did, we really did try to put a lot of quality into the building. They're high-end appliances, right? We've got, wood-wrapped beams that are this cypress wood that's wrapped these things. I think we just tried to make it look nice and classic.
It does, and you can tell everything is high quality. Like, you come in here and it's high end, everything. And I'm especially impressed with the kitchen. You're in the restaurant business, so you've got all these incredible stuff in here.
So I've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
And if you look at my physique, clearly I like to eat too, right? So I gotta make sure that we have full capacity to cook these meals. And plus, I really enjoy making meals with the kids. My kids enjoy doing that. Again, it's kind of another thing to do with my children.
Right. And it's all set up for that here.
Yeah.
You've got the high-end commercial appliances, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we've got three Wolf ovens. We've got a Wolf microwave, Wolf warming drawer. All the appliances are Wolf safe for the Frigidaire kind of commercial fridge and freezer. But it's all about family for me. That's what all this is space to be together, places to be together, things to do together, things to prepare meals and break bread together, and along with our friends and all the other people that have blessed our lives. So that's the goal.
Well, you can feel it here.
Oh, I hope so. That's the one thing, is kind of stupid big as it is, I do want it to feel like usable and homey.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
So that's been our goal, at least. So that's why we got big couches, so everybody can hop on the couch together and watch a basketball game or just sit and talk. And but just a lot of places for people to interact with one another.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I know you're going to be sad when it goes.
Yeah, I will.
But I'm sure that'll just be another project for you to start over.